Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some are thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia. And former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will have the opening possession of the game. They just about knocked the clangers out of those cowbells the last time they met as Mississippi State blew out Ole Miss.
And they beat the hail out of Ole Miss last year, and they haven't forgot about it. Mississippi State doesn't get as much respect when it comes to the Egg Bowl, but what they did to them last year, they earned some respect.
They embarrassed their in-state rivals, is what Mississippi State did, and they've been shaking those cowbells all off-season long, and you're going to hear them here again today.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Turning it on. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. They did that one pretty easy there to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spot.
It's a running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Lacey. And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Stoneburner. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On the move. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench. Fumbles in the end zone to lose it. Legs being hiked. Coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Around the corner, it's Lacey. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Hefton is coming out on the goal line. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. An impressive, long, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. got his man on the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was built.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bryant. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. To the air. It's Stoneburner. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
There he goes! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Back to pass, it's Croman home. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had two guys near that ball.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Mississippi State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hatcher. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Shows a little flash as he slips his way out to the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. Now they have extended this lead, guys. Starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
He's got it! They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air on first down. Looking to take a shot. Snags it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught behind the line. It's Bryant. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Near the sticks, it's Gideon. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They get to the line quickly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bryant. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Corners are walked up tight. Give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Grabbed over the middle. It's Winston. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
They've got the screen set up. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got a fever, and what they want is more cowbell, and they are getting it as the Bulldogs stretch the lead.
Hail State, explosive plays all over the field, David. They are running away with this thing.
And I guarantee you all the Ole Miss fans are saying, get those cowbells out of my face, because they are excited and they've got something to cheer about.
To adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grabbed near the marker is Hamilton. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. That'll close the gap to 14. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
Makes the grab on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Mississippi State going up-tempo. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Quarterback may change this route. Off play action on first down. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Receiver in his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw. It's Stoneburner. Unloads it left. He's got it. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. From the gun. Quarterback moving. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
With the catch, it's Gideon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He'll pull it on the read. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Mississippi State right back to the line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Okay, ready? This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters getting tight in the red zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
That's caught. It's Lacey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They want to throw it. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Callaway. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Rushes on him. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Bulldogs had their day as they take down the Rebels and pirate that Egg Bowl trophy and take it right back to Start Vegas. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.